baby, oh baby, oh baby, we are back. Welcome back to Krown's Crypto Cave. Wish you a happy and healthy start to this lovely little Tuesday. It's the first day in about 4 fucking days where I've actually gotten a good night's sleep, so got plenty of energy. It's coming down to my fucking fingernails right now, and we got plenty to talk about, mostly with Ethereum, Bitcoin more or less ranging. Doesn't sound so crazy now when I talk about Bitcoin perhaps ranging for another month or two. It could certainly happen. Anyways, with that said, Ethereum definitely taking the reins of this market right now and being anything but boring, so it's going to be big focus of the analysis today. And let's get into the Krown Chain application, which can be found at app.krownchain.net. The link is in the description below. It is 100% free, as is the Discord, by the way, as well. And I continually see the same issue on Discord, by the way. I understand that our Discord's a little bit more difficult to get into than other Discords, as I typically see people join in and then leave because they get kicked out by the bot. But basically, if you're unsure of how to access the Discord, yes, it is free. Yes, anyone can join as long as you know, are a well-adjusted adult human being and aren't gonna be a fucking pain to conversate with. But more importantly than that, which I'm sure that you're not, but more importantly than that, if you want to join in, you will be prompted with a message from the alt identifier bot. It will show up in a direct message format, and you will need to respond to it within about 10 minutes to verify yourself. If you do not respond to it in 10 minutes, he will automatically kick you, or she. I don't know if it's a robot or not, but cyborg aside, we do see that yes, you can come back in after that, so you can give it another go as well. And if that's and of course, if that's not cool for you, then all good, man. We can always just hang out on the old YouTubes here. Hey, what's up, Bitcoin Delphine? Hello, Sir Krown. Hello, Sir Delphine. MM Crypto had liquidation at 54,700 on a 3.9 million position with 21. Why 21x? That's a weird one right there. Why the fuck 21x? That's a little bit strange. I can't wait for his next video today for the liquidation price. Man, I know, but I actually have a little bit of sympathy for Mr. MM Crypto there, man, because back in 2019, when I was showing a lot of my positions, there were a couple scenarios there, specifically in July and I believe it was August, where I started thinking, man, am I getting hunted out too? I don't know if it's just a little bit of paranoia or whatnot, but I can definitely sympathize a little bit with that. But man, at the end of the day, showing your positions on stream, I have not found to be a good risk reward analysis. The main reason being that, except for the obvious reasons, I mean, man, it can really only turn against you unless you're like looking for a lot of subscribers. Then yeah, actually showing your positions does typically help that. But subscribers, that's just ego bullshit, man. But fair enough, shout out to all the people out there who are streaming their live positions. I pray for you, but good luck with that. Anyways, on the Krown Chain application over here, we can see a few things at the top dashboard that actually rather different here. Bitcoin dominance heading down again, another major leg down. So as Ethereum does rally, we are seeing dominance taken away from Bitcoin here. Now, of course, it's not necessarily that cut and dry, but overall, we do see that Ethereum is starting to soak up a bit of this market as Bitcoin more or less trades sideways. And in a rotational market like this, I'm getting a lot of questions as to the idea of what does it mean when Ethereum starts to rally, as Ethereum was kind of like the second one, or in some cases the last one to rally in 2018. Well, no, that's actually not what it means to be a rotational market. A rotational market is essentially that continuing rotation between, in this case, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then there's typically a few other ones. I think Link is a part of that. I think maybe some of the DeFi sector is a part of that too. And they kind of take the turns, taking the reins of this whole market and running it to the upside. Obviously, Bitcoin was one of the first. I think DeFi was a little bit before that. And now we're seeing Ethereum take the reins and go at it as it does really accelerate above its past prior all-time highs. And of course, after Ethereum is done, what happens after that is not necessarily it's implied that the whole market's going to fall apart and go through one of those more prolonged bear markets again. No, what the assumption is that the rotation begins once again. So it actually does have that option to do, and we actually have already seen that go around twice already. So yes, indeed, it can very much happen, but we're very far away from that to begin with, in my opinion, just because I don't see any signals of Bitcoin topping on the macro, except for the old pi cycle indicator, of which one of my good friends over here, Mr. Dr. Danger, actually brought it up again, and he's been showing some very interesting stuff with it. And to be fair, in hindsight, I mean, the pi cycle actually has called a pretty decent top thus far, but I would still push back a little bit on it, saying that I strongly believe that it is not going to be a macro cycle top. I do think that it is a top, obviously, but Bitcoin can trade, sideways here for another month, maybe even 2 months, as we've already spent like a month and a half within this region, and that would be more or less healthy long term. The longer that Bitcoin stays above 50,000 bucks just setting in a base, the more healthy that I look at this asset long term for continuation. And yes, I still do think that Bitcoin could maybe even get to 6 digits, you know, within a year or something, perhaps not today or tomorrow, and it doesn't need to. Like, we can have more subdued expectations with that. Not that expectations are anything good to be having in a trading game anyways, but it should be said. Anyways, on top of that, we do see that open interest did come down a little bit. So while I did actually watch this in unison with price action yesterday, especially on Bybit, when we did see that wick down to about 54.5 region, we did actually see a strong amount of open interest wiped out. I believe it was about 200 million. So it looks like it has been added back on as Bitcoin does recover the range slightly. But again, as far as I look at in the medium term timeframes, Bitcoin more or less sideways. What's up, Nimbo? What's up, Pedro? What's up, Caretaker? Fuck yeah, man. We got the homies back in. This is beautiful. And let's go check out the top 10 best coins, top 10 worst coins, as we do see Wave, Storechain, Ethereum Classic once again on the winners list. That's rather interesting. Dogecoin for fucking 2 weeks straight, double-digit gains almost every goddamn day. What the fuck? What the fuck is this market, man? Look, the next time that someone brings up fundamentals, just point them towards Dogecoin. Hey, Dogecoin's market cap is bigger than, like, I think Nike, or maybe I'm wrong about that one, but it's like bigger than actual companies that, you know, make real shit that you can actually buy. Like, this is fucking insanity, man. But hey, at the end of the day, there's no greater spectacle within the market than something that is quite literally, you know, vocally outright about being a, you know, useless meme coin. And well, what happens there? It's one of the biggest beneficiaries during this whole goddamn cycle thus far. Incredibly powerful. And again, you know, when it comes to fundamentals, yeah, it does matter a little bit, but trading and speculation takes the center stage typically in my experience. Anyways, on top of that, we do see Flow, Ethereum finally on the winners list. There we go. Amici, Bitcoin, Gold, Yearn, and Avalanche all on the winners. Top 10 worst coins, Ravencoin. No, not my ravens, not my damn birds. And Holochain, Siacoin, Terra, VeChain's on the losers list. That one was one of the better ones as of the last couple of months, but now taking it a bit on the chin. Phantom, Verge. Oh, Verge is still in the mix too. I suspect that there's a lot of hodlers of Verge still going on there. Anyways, looking at the market data tab, we do start to see yet again another signal that Bitcoin is perhaps putting in a bit of a lower high right here. But as we did identify over the weekend, I no longer think that Bitcoin has any really significant downside from this region. When I say significant downside, I'm not looking for a macro cycle high. In fact, I would actually be a little bit skeptical of Bitcoin even going below 47,000 bucks within the next month or two. If it starts to go below that region, then I'd actually start to look at that maybe potentially as a more warning, you know, as a greater signal of something more nasty to come. But for right now, based off of, again, the long-term analysis that we did over the weekend, I'm not necessarily leaning towards that. I think Bitcoin sideways above about 48,000 bucks is healthy long term, and we do see another leg on this rally. On top of that, we do see that open interest starting to accumulate once again, ever so slightly, as Bitcoin again just mostly trades sideways within this range, and we do see that open interest over here is once again trending down over the long period of time, and we do see that it's pretty much inconsequential, even showing a slight negative rate on OKX, and maybe even Deribit is complete parity 0.0. And we see Kraken, same thing, and everything else is pretty much muted. I don't see anything that's too crazy over here, just FTX, but even that's not 0.036, which is nothing to even consider, at least in my experience. I want to see it get above 0.1 before I start to get a little bit more concerned for further upside continuation. I really want to see that level sustained for a little bit of time too. We got a head and shoulders on the open interest. No, just kidding. You can't do it like that. It doesn't work like that. Not that even head and shoulders barely work to begin with, so fair enough. Anyways, let's go to the price action charts. And again, like I said, Ethereum's going to be a big focus of today's video, just because Ethereum is the one coin to rule them all right now, just like Bitcoin was not so long ago, and I imagine that we'll go see that again in due time. Anyways, we did close the 3-day dildo last night, and it did close well above the topside Toronto band. Then what happens? We get a little bit of a pullback, right? And where does it come down to? The topside Toronto band. So my rule is, or it's not my rule, but because that sounds a little bit egocentric, but my point is that as long as that condition is met, I look for this rally to continue within the next 3-day period, maybe 6-day period. And of course, the daily condition is going to be met as well, as it does close well above the topside Toronto band. And we can also see that if we bring it onto this chart and put on our drawing tools, we can see that we actually got all the way up to the 3.618. Now, I was looking for more or less a short-term top somewhere around about the 414 right here, which was about $100 lower. So this one actually overshot my expectations on this one, and that would imply a more bullish outlook on this one for more long term. If you're going to base upon the 414 and play between that and the 2.1 and the 272 in this case, typically that would imply that we are going to see a little bit less, less extension on this run overall. But these are like pretty deep targets already getting hit. I don't think it's I certainly don't think it's out of the question to see Ethereum with somewhere around $5,000, perhaps even on this rally, as the breakout is real and the fall through is real, and this is price discovery as it is defined right now. What's up, Markel? Markel says, loving your content and sincere energy. Sincere energy. It's all coffee, man. It's all caffeine. It's fake energy, sir. P.S. Is the Micro Machines guy your dad? The Micro Machines? I don't know what that is, so probably not, man. I don't think I even have a dad. I don't even have parents, man. I was fucking spawned into this world, and I wasn't even spawned. I was spawned at like age 15, so I don't even have a childhood. So there you go. Anyways, looking at this right here, yeah, man. I would be looking at the 3.618 now as a bit of a continuation point to the upside, and next targets to the upside are going to be nearly $4,000. In fact, I'd be looking somewhere between the 414 and the 618, just based off the fact that we see such a fucking massive girthy green dildo coming out of that last base. So this is actually significantly more, this actually is more bullish than what I thought it was to begin with, which does start to bring into the question. I mean, could we actually see a $10,000 Ethereum? It's possible, certainly, yes. I don't know about the timing of something like that, but this is a very, 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 very strong price action right here. Again, I'm not saying that we're going to see $10,000 like today or tomorrow. No, I think that we're going to see a lot more of a general just move to the upside over the next like year or so, maybe a little bit less than that. But if we bring up our momentum oscillators, we see everything following through as well as you would expect. So everything looks good for continuation from here over the next few days. We do see 3-day SMI once again increasing on the momentum. I mean, that's fucking powerful already in the critical zone. We see 3-day histogram also increasing momentum as well, so the rally is real, even making new highs above obviously the last mega rally over here, coming in at about $2,000. And then of course we do see that the DMI plus is very much dominant. ADX continues to strengthen, and we do have this trend line admittedly coming in from the last few highs on the ADX, but obviously that would imply some more upside in the interim while we do see the ADX kind of come up to that region. Now if I were to sort of somewhat what's it called, estimate this, which is not a good way to be doing it, but we could look at this as about middle of May. Very likely it does come into contact with that, assuming that the current momentum does keep up, which so far, based off the 3-day, I mean, that is, I don't really have any real reason to believe that it doesn't right here. This looks really fucking good. The 2-day is going to be closing tonight as well, and the 2-day is going to have, the next sort of torch to carry on this one, as we do see the 2-day topside Toronto band is currently trading at 3,100-ish. Now, what I want to do is I want to put on Caretaker's reverse function for this. We're going to put on a test price of where we're at right now, about just to see where it comes up coming into the next 2-day closure, because I would be looking at the topside Toronto band on the next 2-day to be a bit of a basing point going forwards here, and then perhaps even probably an opportunity in the short-term timeframes. So let's see what we got. I'm going to put in a closing price of, presumably, let's just say 3,350, although it's a little bit too early in the day to really get this one as it is right now. But let's see what that would bring it up towards. It'd bring it up towards 3,100. But hold on, does that sound right to me? Hold on. Currently speaking, what is it? It is I can't see it. It's about, okay, so it's a little bit below 3,000. Okay, so it would bring it up to 3,100. Okay, so fair enough in that case. That actually would be of interest. Let's also see what it would be if we closed at, let's say 3,400-ish region as well. That'd bring it up, yeah, just above 3,100. So not a whole hell of a lot of difference there. But what that does imply is that going forwards over the next couple days, I would be looking at any sort of a move back down to about the 3,100-ish region as a bit of a basing area and a short-term opportunity at the very least. If we go back on over here and put on our drawing tools, we do see that we have the 3-spot extension coming in a little bit around that region. And so far, we did get that bounce off the 272 right here, very aggressive down. Let me just take this off for now because it's actually going to get in the way for the time being. But overall, I do look at this area now as a bit of a basing area for a more medium to perhaps even long-term trade in this case, as Ethereum is moving, baby, and it is moving fucking strong. Of course, the weekly, obviously following through on this one as well. We do see new all-time highs, as we said, was likely over the weekend based off of Sunday's closure. And what do you know? All momentum oscillators are continuing to follow through. It looks fucking good. And I'm curious if we do actually have a bi-weekly closing this week. I think it might just be, nope, it's not. Or actually, hold on. It might just be, bitch, I might be. It's going to be closing the 10th. Wait, what the fuck? Oh yeah, so that would be yes, that actually would be on Sunday. Very, very interesting. So this would actually make me bullish, probably deeper into May, looking for new highs on this run, as this is very likely to be met, as the topside Toronto band is currently at about 2,800-ish region, and we do see that momentum oscillators on this time frame are just as bullish as what we see on the weekly. So all higher term time frames continue to be bullish, and I would be generally speaking looking for more upside on Mr. Buterol, seeing as we kind of already already have a nice little sell-off off of the 618 in this case. So I would be looking yet again as this area at about 34, just above 3400-ish region as a bit of a continuation point. I would like to see it on a 4-hour closure. Could we use a 2-hour here as well? Could probably use a 2-hour, although I would raise that up a bit to 3350-ish region, or sorry, 3450-ish region. And then I would be looking for a target, where would the next targeted region be? The next targeted region would actually be deeper into the $3,000 region, somewhere around about 3,800-ish regions where I'd be looking towards, maybe even as much as 4,000. So about 38 to 4,000-ish region is where I'd be looking towards. And this is starting to look really, really crazy. But hey, it is cryptocurrency land, and we got Dogecoin going to the fucking moon and more. So why not Ethereum, man? It actually does something, kind of. At least that's what I'm told. Anyways, go over here to our regular charts and see if there's anything of particular interest on the short-term time frames that we can suss out right now. And let's see, do we have any hidden divergences building? We do. The 2-hour is building hidden bullish divergence if it does close here or higher, or just anywhere above last 2-hour high, which is 3303, and that is closing in about 33 minutes and 26 seconds. So we actually probably will be able to see this one together. If that condition is met, I would be looking for that divergence to bring it back up somewhere around the prior high on this run at about 3420 to 3450-ish region, and then that could set it up for continuation if that close does come above the top side, as we did just look at a second ago for about, 3450-ish region on a 2-hour specifically. If you look at a 4-hour in this case, we don't have the same sort of thing available right now, just because this is, I mean, we don't have any like highs or lows to be looking at right now on the 4 hours, just continuation for what it's worth right now. So that's actually rather telling, seeing as we are seeing even like a 4-hour time frame, which I consider a low-term time frame for Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies in general. Not even, I mean, it's not even registering right there. You know, you have to go down to the fucking dregs of like the 15-minute in order to get something that's workable in this case. And even on the fucking 15 minutes, actually looking pretty damn good here, to be fair. We do see 15-minute TSI turning up, 15-minute RSI neutral, as it does essentially just continue with trend. I'm not going to hate anything that looks like that. Even a 30-minute might even be worthwhile to look at something like this while it is in trending format. And guess what? We got that hidden bullish evidence right here. Obviously this, you know, if you're looking at the 30-minute, this one's already played out. TSI, however, turning up would accentuate that signal and very likely make me target back up around the prior high at about 3430-ish region on a closing basis. So, you know, all this looks pretty damn good to me. Yes, HVP got really fucking red down here, so I think a little bit of a short-term sideways within this region is certainly not out of the question. So if it wants to test back up towards this region, but fail to close above about 3450 on a 2-hour, or about 34 and some odd change, I think it was, on a 4-hour, then I would just essentially be looking for it to just kind of trade sideways between about 3400 and the current rising low structure at about 3250-ish region, with potential wicks down to 30, I think it was 3100-ish region. However, 3100 would be an obvious opportunity for myself, probably in the not so distant future, maybe the next couple days. I don't really have a strong opinion on that specifically. My strong opinion on this one is typically on the higher term timeframes, because they are more than obvious right now. 12-hour, also just continuation as well. I mean, it's a little bit too early to kind of put any significant analysis on this one. We could go to the 6-hour perhaps, as this one actually will be closing in the next 31 minutes as well. And we could use the 6-hour low at 3190 as a bit of a short-term reversal point, meaning that if we do even just take out the low at 3190, I would be looking for that move. Yes, another about 100 to 150 bucks lower. But again, I'm not really seeing anything that's like concerning here for even like the medium term, just short term shit. I'd actually like to even see the 12-hour on our trending charts over here too. And guess what? 12-hour topside Toronto band coming in where? Coming in 3383 region, closing in about 6 hours and 30 minutes and 48 seconds, as you can see. So what I'd say about this is that, if it closes above this region, I'll just be looking for general continuation out of this region as well. So several ways kind of judge continuation on this one. And again, targets to the upside, at least for myself, would be over time at about 38 to 4,000 bucks. Maybe a short-term stop at about 35, because it is a little bit of that psychological number. But overall, Mr. Butyrol is powerful as fuck right now. And in fact, I even want to see it on Caretaker's STC over here. I want to see what it's suggesting. It's obviously going to show bullish consolidations, bullish strong rising trend, obviously. Yep, we do have that next targeted region at 35 and then 38. So short term 35, more medium term 38, it looks like, which is rather interesting. Looking at the 4-hour, I'm curious what sort of range we're getting right here as well. And we are getting very, very similar, 3,500 to the upside. So 3,500 coming up on a couple metrics there. Does suggest that 3,500 very likely does at the very least be short term resistance. And to the downside, what do we have? 3,100 as well. Nice one. Let's see. What is the buy hourly giving us right now? Buy hourly is actually showing a little bit more exhaustion here, to be fair. But as long as HVP is continuing to trend to the upside, I kind of do like this one for continuation, at least in the short term. So yeah, I probably would be favoring continuation overall, just about on all time frames. But again, higher term time frames, feeling a lot more confident on that one, especially for Mr. Butyrol, as that is really fucking powerful. We can also look at what's called. Do we have shillers in here? What the fuck? What the fuck is this, man? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh God. We have, okay, the that is hilarious. We actually have fucking like trolls and bots now in the comments that will like talk about their shitcoin. That is that's one way to do business, I guess. That's one fucking way to do it. All right, I think it's time to go and check out Mr. Bitcoin as well. See what Mr. Bitcoin's doing. We'll put it over on the BitMexican charts right here. And what do we see? Hey, put on my drawing tools. There we go. Okay, so we did put in a little bit of a short-term high right around here, just above the 618. But I'm actually not. I don't believe I charted it properly on this, or this is not the relevant chart for that analysis. That's actually on my secondary charts, but neither here nor there. We can still be looking at the levels as they are, and I stick with what I said over the weekend. So over the weekend, I did say that if Bitcoin comes back down and takes out, especially on a 4-hour closure, the $56,000 level, which I believe we just did. Yeah, we just did. I am looking for this one to come back down into the bottom of the range. So we got the bottom of the range, we got the high of the range now, it looks like. And is it starting to put in what seems to be a high on the 12-hour and daily? Yes, it is. 12 hours looking like a high. 12-hour TSI could even turn down on the next couple ticks here, which would very obviously give me a bias back down towards about $50,000 low. And if you remember from this weekend's video, $50,000 is kind of where I'm looking for, or maybe even slightly below $50,000 for Bitcoin, for potentially a long-term opportunity here. I mean, I still like this. I don't think that Bitcoin's done, like I've been saying. But if we throw on the bi-monthly right here, we can see that the topside Toronto band is currently coming in where? It's currently coming in actually right around $50,000, which is rather interesting. Technically speaking, $1,000 below $50,000 at $49,000. But overall, this condition has been met the whole way through. And in fact, when I actually do look at it over the history of time, let's actually go to BLX index. You can see that not only does it at the very least test the topside Toronto band, typically actually it goes for a backfill on the bi-monthly. So if we were to go for a backfill on the bi-monthly, that actually would suggest potentially all the way back down about $45,000. Or somewhere around $45,000. So yeah, could we fill at the downside range? Yeah, I think it's very reasonable to be looking at something like that, obviously. But overall, again, I want to be very clear in stating this. I'm not fucking bearish on Bitcoin. Hey, god damn it, stop with the fucking pots and pans, motherfucker. Else is awake, and as you can see, Kendrick knows. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go, motherfuckers. Here we go. Anyways, let's go. And what was I going to do? I just lost my train of thought. God damn it, stupid fucking dishes. Anyways, so we'll go back on over here. And okay, yes, that's right. Okay, so the 4-hour right here, the 4-hour deserves a little bit of recognition right now, because this let's actually take everything off except for the ones that I want to. Oh, motherfucker, this is way more confusing than it should be right now. All right, you know what? I'm just going to put your attention to the green 55 and the purple 200. And we obviously got a decent death cross way back on over here. This is on spot price action, not on what's it called? Not on CME. And right now it actually did give a hint, as we identified yesterday, but a potential golden cross. Now that condition obviously has not been met, and what happens now? Well, now it's actually going to be tested on the other side. This this can be looked at as potential trap in this case, and this is kind of what I've been very cognizant of and very defensive against for Bitcoin specifically for the last week or so, and I think it's starting to come to fruition here. Now, when I do say trap, I don't think that, again, Bitcoin's reversing for forever. I also have to be very specific about that, but I do think that Bitcoin could very easily come back down somewhere around $50,000, maybe a little bit below, and I'm kind of looking at that right now. So here's what I'd be saying about this. As long as Bitcoin is closing, especially below the 55 exponential average, which it just closed below again, and this one a little bit more on volume, I do look at this as more likely to continue with the current short-term and medium-term downtrend. With that said, if we start to close back above the 200 exponential movement average in this case, which is about $56,000, same sort of pivot to the upside, then we actually will get a bullish golden cross in this case. Maybe not on the next tick, obviously, but over the next day or so, it would happen inevitably. So in this case right here, I do think that Bitcoin is likely put in that lower high right now, but I don't think that we're going to get like a massive continuation to the downside or anything like that. I think what Bitcoin's mostly looking at is probably sideways within this range, and perhaps gives another opportunity somewhere down just around $50,000, and then picks it up a little bit later. Maybe after Buterin is done with his current rally, as he's a little bit of the star of the show right now. 2 days looking a little bit less enticing as well, and 3-day is not giving us a whole hell of a lot. So Bitcoin's kind of more or less boring right now. As a trader, I wouldn't really be looking to trade Bitcoin right now, unless if you're trading options, as of which these are kind of my favorite times to be trading options, just because you can benefit from the lack of movement, especially within a range like this. Which is kind of like the bread and butter of my options game. But in this case here, I think if you're just trading like straight up spot, or if you're not trading options or other derivative contracts, Ethereum and probably some alts are going to have a little bit more opportunity, at least for the time being. I mean, there's a lot going on right there. Hey, what's up, Andrew Hutchinson? Oh my God, it's happening. It's been 4 videos since dishes. How dare, don't encourage her. She's really awful with this shit. It's fucking annoying. Anyways, when I get a new house, I am going to get a specific kitchen just for Elsa, and it's going to be soundproofed, and she's going to be locked in there and never come out, and that's just going to be the way that we live out our lives from now on. Anyways, God, get that shit out of my face. Hey, what's up, Hashim? I see you over there, man. I see you over there, brother. All right, so I think that's pretty much everything that I want to say for Bitcoin right now. By the way, a little bit of bearish divergence on that last high too, right here between this point and this point. Obviously, the obvious move from that is already played out. And by the way, just on this move as well, remember this move happened over a weekend for the most part, and that is kind of why I'm a bit more skeptical of counter moves over the weekend in this case. So looking at CME right here, looks a little bit. Ooh, this one actually got golden cross for a second. You know what? CME might be your savior here, but I still look at this as pressure down right now, to be honest with you. I still look at this as caretaker dish indicator coming. Reverse engineer the dishes, bitch. God damn. Hey, what's up, Philson? I see you, brother. And there he is, Tristan Toff. Sounds like Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, we just need a yelling. Is he English or Australian? I don't know. I actually have only seen that show a few times here and there. And I don't get the allure of it, to be honest with you. But I remember I would just fucking binge watch these seasons. And it's like, why am I watching this again? Don't know. But I continue to watch it. Who the hell knows? Hey, what's up, Yasek? I see you over there. I see you over there, brother. All right, let me just see what else is going on right now. I see a lot of people calling for Doggy Dog. What's up, Ali Hare? Yeah, we can look at Dogecoin for a second here. Curious to see what it's doing, and seeing as it's once again on the winners list. Do we have new all-time highs? Yes, we do have new all-time highs. So it looks like being bullish on it, or continuing to be bullish on it, was the right call for the last week or so. And I'd still be looking probably towards 50 cent. I still am not so sure about $1, but we'll see if something else kind of formulates itself if and when the time does draw closer. But for right now, I still do look at this one as likely to head up towards about 50 cents here. I mean, this one's closing on new all-time highs on the daily. There's nothing bearish about that in my experience. And yep, I still look just a little bit north of 50 cents for the next sort of basin area. Could you make a bit of a measured move on this? I mean, technically speaking, it is a bit of a cup and handle right here. Not a very obvious one, but if we do go down to a 4-hour, we don't really have it either. But if I were to squint my eyes and put it on there, it'd be something like this, and that'd actually be right around, a little bit above 50 cents right there. So fair enough. I do think that that's rather reasonable in this case. It looks more or less good in this case. Hey, what's up, Milana? Milana says Rook USD daily weekly. All right, let's see what we got over here. Rook USD daily weekly. Okay, this is Keeper DAO. Sounds familiar, but I have no experience with this shit. Let's see. And you're looking at a daily weekly. Okay, this one looks all kinds of weird on HitBTC. Maybe I shouldn't be on this exchange. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a better exchange for this one. Let's double check this bullshit. Maybe FTX? Maybe. No. Still the lack history here too. Now the thing is, usually I'd hate a chart like this, Milana, but in this case, look, a lot of things in this market have been putting in very, very similar bases to this, and with this sort of slightly higher low right here, I am inclined to say that it likely does work its way back up. Here's where I'd get actually very bullish on it long term, or I don't know about long term because there's no such thing as long term for something that's been around for like a couple months. But above this last local high right here at about 550, yeah, I'd be looking for this one to reapproach the prior all-time high and very likely make new all-time highs. $1,000 is I suppose in the cards, especially in this market environment, but for right now, I'd be looking for a little bit of sideways and just general up, as this one is very likely to follow the rest of the market. Golden cross could be incoming on the 4 as well, as long as it maintains above about 390. As long as it's above about 390, I look at this as Bula-ish and likely to just kind of grind its way out. All right. Sweet one. And you also looking at a weekly. Well, there's no such thing as a weekly on something that's around for 2 months, man, or woman. But the weekly pivot point would be significantly lower, to be fair, too, at about 420. Nice. Also a very good number right there, too. Also a very good number right there. Burns a lot of electricity. Well, I will contact Greta and let her know your concerns with the Bitcoin network, ma'am. I will put you in contact with the Bitcoin CEO, and he will assure you of your electricity concerns. Here we go again, baby. Here we fucking go. Let's see. Rayush Sharma says banned USD 24 hours on or the daily on bin. What the fuck? What is this? On Binance. Binance. Okay, I got you. I haven't heard it referred to as that. I've heard it referred to as Nance, but even that's a little bit strange for me. Okay, so you're asking, is there an ascending triangle on the weekly? Is there? Well, let's put on a weekly first. Technically speaking, yes. Or technically speaking, it's a cup and handle right here. If you want to be super like fucking, excuse me, actually, no, it's not a ascending triangle. It's a cup and handle. And here's your handle right here. Nice little kind of just stair stepping up, flagging out pattern. I mean, this actually is your ascending triangle right here. This is your cup portion right here. And well, we can make a measure move on this one. And I imagine it's going to be somewhere around actually it's actually going to be right in line with the 2.618, right at about 30 bucks right here. Now, of course, this is a weekly. It's probably not going to happen like today or tomorrow. In fact, if I look at the daily, I think that the daily has a little bit of downside here. Probably does come back down about 1475, but overall, do I think that this one has further continuation to the upside? Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. In fact, did we already get that move down? It looks like we might have already had that move down. I'm saying about $14.75 to $15, right around the 382 right here as well. Yeah, it could very easily come back down around there, but overall, I do think that this one falls. The rest of the market looking generally good here. Let's see what else we have. Mr. Almasari says the ultimate S coin, Litecoin, new all-time high coming. Let's see. It would appear so. I believe we got above the pivot with the last weekly closure. Let's see. Very fucking close here. Technically speaking, it did not, but here's the thing. Whenever I see a consolidation around your prior all-time high, it's the same thing as what Bitcoin did just a few months ago in December, right? This was your consolidation right here, right around your prior all-time high. Ethereum did the same thing over, well, fuck, you can't see the prior all-time high on this one. Ethereum did the same thing over here, right? Here's your prior all-time high, boom, consolidation right here, massive liftoff. So if we go back to Litecoin for a second, I believe it's doing the same thing essentially. And yeah, it very likely does fall through with the rest of the market. I mean, it does deserve a little bit of recognition that this thing actually has remained somewhat relevant in its let's say, yeah, this one's actually rather long running, going all the way back to 2013. So 2013, this one has even more history than Ethereum, for example. So yeah, I do think that it's generally gonna survive and continue up here. And where's your next target going to be? I mean, I'd imagine if let's actually just, I mean, we can do a big one right here actually, because we got a massive accumulation range. So we'll do something like this. I'm going to take it from closing. Oh, I guess I already have it in there. Let's see what are the next areas of interest going to be. You got a couple in the mid 500s and above there. Well, let's wait for those first ones. How about that? Actually, how about that? We already got the sell off from the 414 here, so I do think the next time it approaches it, very likely it does. It does actually take it out. Okay, Derek Knapp has a nice donation, but nothing. Tomorrow equals happy. What's happy? Is it tree day? Sir, 420 was last month's. Maybe you're thinking of the no, you're not thinking of that. I was gonna say maybe you're thinking of the European way of doing the date there, but that wouldn't make sense, because then it'd be like 24, and that is not a thing. There's no such thing. Anyways, hey, what's up, generous Josh? How you doing, brother? Yo, my break was vagast. That is a word that I do not know, man. I'm just gonna look that one up after this. Regret getting into Ethereum after VET gains. Drink water, sir. Man, I'm actually good on water right now. I'm actually feeling pretty damn good today. I got the best night of sleep that I've gotten in the last few days. But let's check out your VET for a second here. I saw that it actually took a little bit on the chin in the early morning here. But long term, is this concerning? Not really. honestly, I'm looking at this as a consolidation at a very high level. Now, admittedly, I do think that this one does eventually come back down and test maybe slightly below this current low, perhaps somewhere around about 15 cents. But overall, man, this one looks good. I think it still looks good on the weekly. And if we go to the monthly, let's see what we got going on over here. I'm never going to be bearish on something that looks like this on a monthly. I have to be bullish on something like this. Now, it admittedly has a massive downside range here. I mean, this thing can drop like what, 20%, and it wouldn't even be anything. I mean, that just put it right around 15 cents right there. But long term, do I think it has new highs here? Yeah, I do think it does actually. All right, let's see what else we got going on in this lively house today. The Saturn Epoch says Link shitcoin short term, medium term. Thanks, babe. You're welcome, babe. Let's see. We got Link. I'm gonna do it versus the dollar actually. And do I actually have it on the dollar over here? Come on, man. I gotta have Link on the dollar. There it is. I knew I have Link on the dollar. We got 40 bucks already, and we still haven't hit my $50 target, but I don't think that it's I don't think that this one's done. It's a consolidation at a very fucking high level. This is a very respectful chart right here. I will respect this chart as well, and the monthly, again, I mean, this is clamoring for new all-time highs, man. I'm not in any way, shape, or form bearish on this one. Now, could we have a slight move down, maybe even to like 35 bucks or 35 and a half? Possible, yes. Let's see what momentum oscillators look like right here. I mean, they look more or less healthy to me. You know, generally speaking, in the neutral zone for the RSI. And as far as TSI goes, yeah, we're turning up once again. But overall, man, I'd be generally bullish on this one. Next continuation point is a daily close above about 42 and 3/4 there. And I'll still be sticking with my $50 target. We've actually been working this fib pretty damn well here. A couple sell-offs off the 2-spot extension, about 44 and a half. And yeah, the next big one's going to be about 50 bucks right here. So very, I still like Link, man. I still think Link is one of the best charts in cryptocurrency land. And this baby is very likely getting ready for yet again another move. Now, do I think that this move is maybe getting a bit frothy here long term? Yes, it definitely is. It certainly is. But does it have one more move to the upside, maybe 50 bucks? Yeah, I think so. All right, cool. Delphine says, Sir Krown, Sir Delphine, I want to make a special limited edition product. Wondering if you want to partner with me. It's called Trader Bra Water with 100x gains per derped. I like how everyone in the fucking Discord now has like bra in their name, or it's called Trader Bath Water. Oh fuck, I read that completely wrong. Fucking Pena in the goddamn Discord started a new a new trend. Everyone has like bra or Z's in their name except for Pena. What the fuck, Pen? What the fuck, man? Anyways, Trader Bathwater, man, you don't want my bathwater, because the problem with my bathwater is, one, I don't take baths, but two, I have a lot of hair, so it turns into like little hair soup, and you'll be swimming around in that. And if you swallow too much, well, it can be hazardous, I think, to small children. Anyways, Pablo South says, hi, Ground. Can you look at NASDAQ for this week? Let's see. Yeah, we can definitely look at this. Let's see what we got. Yeah, coming down a bit here. I still like the monthly. I still do think that this one does hit 15,000 bucks overall. I don't think that this one's done pretty new all-time highs just yet, but short term on the weekly and daily, do we have some downside here? Yes, I do think so. I think this one likely comes back down into range somewhere around about 13.5-ish region. Long term, though, it's continuation. I still like this one long term a lot, but short term, does it have some downside? Yeah, I do think so. And again, that kind of does bode a little bit more, I wouldn't say badly for Bitcoin. It's just, I'm looking for sideways in a range here. I mean, that's completely fine. Again, long term, there's nothing bearish about this monthly in any way, shape, or form. Monthly RSI looking good. Monthly TSI continuation. I think that we got one more move here to the upside long term, at least. Carl Lagerfan, he says, hey, good morning, sir. Good morning, Mr. Carl. Very respectful. Always look forward to your live streams. Thanks, man. Me too. I actually really enjoy these. Could you please take a look at Quick versus Wrapped Derper? Sure. QUICWE. Am I spelling this right? I am. Nice. All right. This is okay. We got a few months of history here, I suppose. Not great, but fair enough. And the history that we do have is okay, I guess. What time frame are you looking at? 4 hour. Okay. Do you ever play Grand Theft Auto, by the way? No, man. Grand Theft Auto is something that I can't get into, because like anything that's like a MMORPG type of style of game, I don't have like self limitation controls, so I just like will play until I turn into a fat slob, and it's not good, man. But I can play Mordhau. If you want to play Mordhau, I would love to play that, because it's fucking amazing, and it's probably the best game I've ever played in my life until Chivalry 2 comes out. Anyways, looking at this right here, a little bit of short-term downside. I would be looking for another base somewhere around about 19 cents region. Long-term, do I think it's okay? It's kind of hard to judge this one. There's not a whole hell of a lot for the long-term, but yeah, based off the weekly, I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be bearish on some that closed on new all-time highs on volume as well. So I'm a lot more inclined to say that this one does move to new all-time highs, sometime a little bit later this month. But first things first, do we play at a bit of a pullback first? Yeah, I don't think looking for like 19 cents is out of the question or anything like that, but it does look like the weekly does have a little another move to the upside long term. Mr. Anthony, how you doing, sir? Anything bullish about RSR USD on the daily and 12-hour? Thanks, GCJ. GCJ, one of the best rappers of all time. RSR USD. We'll go to Binance on this one. Okay, and you're looking at daily and 12-hour. Let's see what we got over here. We got daily over here. Okay, long-term is a bullish. I mean, for the information that we do have here, it's okay. Weeklies, I'm not getting much from the weekly. We can't even populate many of these indicators here, so that's not gonna be too helpful. But if we go down to a daily, look, I don't think that this is bad. I do think it has some short-term downside, probably alongside Bitcoin, maybe like 7.5 cents. But I'm always gonna be respectful of a weekly, and well, the monthly just doesn't really even have a chance here. But look, I don't see any real reason to be like long-term bearish on this one, as long as it's above the last month low, which is about 6.25. So that, I mean, that's pretty fucking far away, so that's not all that helpful. But overall, if I had to wrap up my thoughts here, short term, could very easily have a move down to like 7.5 cents. Long term though, I think it has another high on this run too. I'm going to generally be lenient on the bullish side for anything that's more neutral or in question, just because that is the market cycle right now, and it's better to err on the side of the cycle rather than not. But short term, I do think that has a little bit of downside here, again somewhere down around about 7.5, maybe a little bit lower. However, below 6.5, as we identified earlier, that is where problem city is. Derek Knapp says, "Hi, Krown. Hello, sir. Can you look at Monero? Yeah, Monero USD structure still intact with implied upside continuation. All right, let's check it out. I already got it somewhere here on my list. There we go. We already hit our $400 area. Nice. Long term, is the structure still intact? Okay, well, in this case, I would be going to a weekly, and yes, indeed, man, there is absolutely zero things bearish about this chart right here. Closing on new all-time highs on the weekly. This is exactly what we just looked at on Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, and I have the same thing to say about this thing as well. I think it's getting ready for an actual major continuation of this run, pretty much from this reach right here. Now, what are going to be the big areas of interest to the upside? I think I already have them charted out here, and let's see. Okay, so we got our short-term ones are about 550. Long-term, however, 900 to $1,000 where I'd be looking towards, to be honest with you. Monthly is probably gonna be pretty damn good as well. Yes, indeed it is. Short-term, does it have some downside? Yeah, it probably has a little bit of short-term downside, perhaps. I mean, coming back down to like 350 is certainly not out of the question, but long-term, I think that this one has some new highs to be printed. It's looking again good long-term. Short-term, however, not as much. Nico Senpai says, ramp daily, and any idea where to buy in the US? Can anyone chime in? That I do not know. But we can look at ramp USD, ramp coin. I'm on the ramp, baby. Load me up on the ramp. Question mark ramp, baby. I'm on the fucking ramp right now. Let's see, ramp daily. Okay, any idea where? Well, I don't know where you can buy in the U.S. To be honest with you, man. Your options are typically limited as a U.S. citizen. If you do go and create like an offshore entity, that can sometimes assuage that. I do know. Also, if you, I don't know, if like you're part owner of a company with a non-U.S. person, so that it's not, it's less than 50% U.S. people. I think that you can also make it work that way as well. But definitely do not quote me on that. Consult with a business and tax expert, because they will. They'll be able to aware you on such things, and they will certainly pay for themselves over time too. So I'd strongly suggest that, especially if you're serious about it too, because well, they can really change your life. Anyways, looking at the daily right here, I don't have any opinion on the daily. I don't like this chart because there's not a whole hell of a lot of history here, to be fair. I'm more inclined to say a healthy amount of I don't know is the right call on this one. Again, the only thing that gives me a slight bias here is market analysis, and market analysis is more or less bullish, but I don't feel that way on this one, and I can't give you an opinion on this one because a healthy amount of I don't know is the proper answer. I don't feel compelled one way or the other by this chart here. I'm not getting much from this, and even the lower term timeframes are not all that helpful to me right here. If anything, on the lower term timeframes, I'd probably be looking for a bit of upside. There's one obvious thing on this chart. That would be above your last 4-hour closing high at about 65.5 cents. I would be looking for a move back up towards about in the 80 cent region, but Again, that's really all that I can pull up on that one. Justin Myers says, hey, where the fuck did Justin Myers go? Justin! There he is. Justin Myers is here. Cardano USD on the 4-hour and daily. All right, let's see what we got here. Cardano USD, Binance, and you're looking at a 4-hour and daily. 4-hour, again, same thing. A lot of these charts on the 4-hour do look like they want some short-term pullbacks. We even got a 4-hour jewel sell signal, not a perfect one by any stretch of the imagination. So I don't expect we're going to see like a major move off this. But short-term, very likely 125. Maybe a little more medium-term. I'll be looking towards about just below 120-ish region. Looking at the daily though, I still like it long-term. I still think that this one does pop back up towards the 150 high and very likely makes new ultimates on top of that. I'm not bearish on the weekly. I'm certainly not bearish on the monthly. But where would that backfill be? Hey, that would be your 120 level. So yeah, if it does come back down to 120, I'd be looking at that as an opportunity first and foremost. Long term, I still like it. Short term, not as much. All right, cool. I love the altcoin shillers in the comments. This is great. Holy shit, man. If you have to shill your shitcoin in the comments, you're fucked, man. You're fucked. That is a signal of desperation. That is not good at all, man. Good projects typically do get rewarded, in my experience. Hey, what's up, Jack Frost? There he is. Burnt Krem back as well. Bart says, thanks for everything, Krown. Been here since 2018. Fuck yeah, man. Holy shit. You are an OG, man. And this is like our first time ever chatting. God damn, man. Well, good to meet you, finally. Thoughts on Polygon in the coming week to month? Sure. I think it's symbol Poly. And I'm going to do it versus USD because that's all I got. Nope, that's not it. Let's go Polygon. This is strange. I know that this is very likely. Does anyone know the symbol for Polygon? I actually don't know off the top of my head. This is not. I know this is polymath right here. I'm in on this one, but this is bizarre. Is it? It's obviously not polymath. You said Polygon. Oh, it's Matic. Okay, that's why. Jesus Christ, man. Why the fuck do you call yourself Polygon, but your symbol is Matic? That's too much for my small brain. Anyways, looking at the monthly right here, I like it. Could it have some downside early this month? Yeah, anywhere down to 60 cents is an obvious opportunity on this one. But daily, I still like the daily here. I still generally favor this one. Weekly, same thing. If it comes back down to 60 cents, I'd look at that as an opportunity. This one still is more long-term upside continuation, very likely implied. 4-hour, yeah, 4-hour maybe a little bit of downside. We do see a 4-hour jewel sell signal. Maybe back down somewhere around like low 60 cent region. But I'd look at that as an opportunity. I do like this one long term, and I don't think it's topped out just yet. Sir Krown, first of his names, Mr. Filson, the knight indeed. All right, let's see what else we got over here. Scott Carney says, did ALYI break critical support? So targets, okay, ALYI, let's see. Alternate. Did it break critical support? No, I don't see any critical support being broken here. In fact, long term, what do we have? Long term, yeah, long term we got a problem. Long term we got a big fucking problem. Long term we got a shitty chart. Long term we might even have the shittiest chart of the day. Could you tell him what he's won on the shittiest chart of the day? You've won. Did it break critical support? It didn't break critical resistance. It's more like it. I'd be looking for a short-term downside move to like 4.3, but I don't have an opinion on the long term on this one. I mean, long term, you know what it is. It's a downtrend. There's no reason to be bullish on this thing as long as it's below the 89 here at about 8.5 cents or so. Above 8.5 cents, yeah, I'd be long-term bullish on it. But has it broken critical support? No, it hasn't broke. It looks like a long-term continuation to me. Short-term probably does pop back down towards like 4.5 or so. I don't like it long-term. At least based off the information that we do have. Okay, Remortal says, could you please take a look at XMR USD? We already looked at it. I don't have anything new to say about it. It's still bullish as hell to me on the higher term timeframes. Short term could have a pullback. We've kind of already seen a bit of a pullback on this one, but if it pulled back down to like 350, I think that would be an obvious opportunity short term. Actually, we do have a jewel continuation sell signal right here too, based off of this real sell signal from the 1st of May, which was actually around the high, not the high, but around the high. So yeah, I do think we have a little bit of short-term downside. Long-term though, I'm still very bullish on this one. Actually, any sort of a consolidation around your prior all-time high, and this one's already closing on your all-time highs, is going to be very much welcomed by myself. Robbie says, "A Poppy, hola, mi amigo, or mi senor." What the fuck? Thanks for helping me make tons of money. Awesome, man. That's cool as hell. Hope you do some good things with that. Expertise, please. Sol USD, 4-hour daily. Binance, more room to run, or topped out for the time being. All right, let's see. Sol USD. Okay, 4-hour and daily. Sol USD right here. We'll go to Binance. Is there more room to run? Weekly's a little bit tired, but I think daily has another move here, to be honest with you. Could have a short-term move down to like 39 3/4 or $40, but long term, does it try another move to the upside? It does look so. Even the 4-hour, she's already put in a bit of hidden bullish evidence right here. Now it's yet to be confirmed. I'd want to see a closure above the last 4-hour high, which is $46, but in that case, I'd be looking for a short-term move back up to about 48.5. That's your 4-hour, your daily. Long term, I still like this one long term. I'm not going to be the first person to call a reversal when this is still a fucking uptrend and not even closing on lower lows. I still like it. Looking at a monthly, I'm not going to be bearish on something like that. Just short-term, medium-term potential downsides. There he is, Mr. Dale Corduroy, the creator, the producer himself of the Early Morning Tunes. If you guys want to check out his channel, he has a Spotify where you can check him out in all of his extremely high production quality tunes at Corduroy, just Corduroy. Actually, even have a link in the description below, and it's massively fucking welcome. I mean, every time I listen to that goddamn song, you know what Elsa said the other day? She said, I think this song even gets better over time too. And Elsa's like very difficult to please with music. I don't understand Elsa's musical taste. She goes from like fucking Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion to Excision, like extremely hardcore dubstep, to I don't even to like Selena Gomez or some shit. Who the fuck knows? Or what is it? What's the girl's name? Ariana Grande. Yeah, that's it. Whatever. Ariana Grande. Whatever. They're the same person. They're little like Hispanic girls. They. Ariana is queen, Selena is not. All right, well, whatever. Okay, look, let's talk about shit that actually does matter from now on. Mahedai says, Sir, AVAX USD, 4-hour and 24, Nancy predictions. All right, let's see what we got. AVAX. I saw someone earlier in the comments say, when is the Corona scam gonna be over? Sir, this is a Wendy's. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. Anyways, we actually have gone kind of back to normal here in Finland, so it's rather nice. 4-hour looking good, stair stepping its way up. 4-hour golden cross right here. Based upon that, that's actually kind of what you're looking for on those golden crosses. A little bit of short term down, yes, but that's okay. Dailies looking like continuation of the upside. I'll be having medium term targets back up a little bit north, a little bit south of $41, 40 and a half to 40 3/4. And does it get continuation for another drive? Two new all-time highs after that. I mean, the weekly's looking still pretty good here, so I'd assume yes. All right, cool. Whoa, god damn it, I missed it again. What the fuck? Where the fuck did this one go? There it is, style exteriors. No, we're not oh my god, man. It's a busy day today, man. Holy shit. Everyone's excited for the all-time high party, huh? Slacker123 says BNT USD Binance, sir. All right, let's see what we got. I'm going to go with a daily scene as you gave no time frames on it. We'll go right here. Bancor. Yeah, I remember this one. This one was a 2017 shitcoin as well. Let's see how it's doing long term. Do we have new all-time highs? We almost got new all-time highs, very close. I'd say the same thing about this one as I did on the other 3 examples of what happens when you consolidate around prior highs. Even the daily is looking good here. I'd be looking for a short-term move back up to about a little bit above $8. Long-term, does it continue to new all-time highs? Very likely, yes. I mean, that is the market analysis right now, not necessarily this one. This one's a little bit less obvious, to be fair. Okay, cool. All right, sweet. Crypto Soup Learning says Cardano USD weekly and monthly. I think we already looked at this one, but we can look at the monthly specifically if that's what you're interested in, sir. Monthly, again, long term, I do think that this one has one more march to the upside. I think that any sort of move down to about 120 is an opportunity on the monthly here. Long term, though, do I think that this one does give a try towards maybe even $2? Yeah, I do think so, but this one is getting frothy, to be fair. It is getting very frothy, but I do think that we've got one more push here. It's flagging out at a high level, pretty much on new all-time highs. I'm always going to like a signature like this for the most part, except for on gold. Except for on fucking gold. But even gold, I think, is kind of fighting it through too. In fact, let's go do the daily perusal. Kind of going sideways there. Okay, La Major says DNT USD daily weekly. All right, DNT USD. This is Distronox. Yeah, this one was 2017 shitcoin as well. Even the 2017 shitcoins are rallying right now. So this is if your shitcoin is not rallying, that is a very, very bad signal. A couple of sellers right there, but this thing is probably just a liquid shitcoin, and it certainly is. You know, again, market analysis here is going to trump all, but I would be lying if I didn't say that there's major concerns on the monthly here. There's also some. Weekly is not as concerning. I guess I'd be bullish on this one long term as long as it's above the last weekly low at about 26 cents right there. You know, I'd probably be looking for a reapproach to the prior wick high, and then very likely another move continuation to new all-time highs. I mean, this one does. We have the same sort of signature here that we do see on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, even in Monero right now. So I'd be looking for this one to fall through as well to the upside long term. All right, stock series, how you doing, sir? Krown, bruh. Thoughts on GRT, USD, daily and weekly, exchange of your choice. All right, let's see what we got. GRT, US derp. We'll go Binance on this one. And you're looking daily, weekly. Weekly, we don't have a whole hell of a lot of history there. Daily, again, it's the same thing as the other ones. Like, I'm not too compelled by this chart in itself, but market analysis is more or less sideways and probably does give another try to the upside. Wouldn't be surprised to see this one make another move towards like 185 to 190-ish region. Weekly, certainly not as strong as the other ones, but again, we just don't have enough history here to really accurately analyze this one in my opinion. If we go back down to a daily, it looks a little bit more sloppy. 4 hour shows some short-term downside. I don't know if you're concerned with the short-term, but short-term actually would be looking for another move back down to like 133.5. Long-term, do I think that it picks itself up there and tries another march to the upside? I would, if I was just looking at this chart, I'd say no, but again, the rest of the market says otherwise. Oh wow, Ethereum back at 3,400. Hey, do you hear that, sir? How's my little investor doing this morning? Yeah, lol. Elsa says lol. She says lol. Yeah. Whoa, what? Hey, what happened over there? What happened to your Ethereum, sir? I made Elsa an investor the other day, and she chose Ethereum, and so we got her some Ethereum, and now she's like, "What the fuck is this?" It's pretty funny, man. It's 10,000 Prada bags. All right, there you go. There you go. Enjoy your fucking Prada, sir. 10. Okay, there you go. Pablo South says, can you please look at Roblox stock, aka Kathy Woods, ARK favorite? Kathy Woods, she does not have the best reputations, if I'm thinking of the right person there, but maybe I'm wrong. Roblox. See. Roblox Corporation. Okay, let's see. Earnings report is this one day after hours. Okay, so my rule for earnings reports is I do not trade the day before the earnings report. And in this case, you know, typically what happens with earnings is that strong stocks rally into their earnings. Weak stocks fall into their earnings. This one's falling into its earnings right here. We see several things turning down right now. If I had to look at this one, just regardless of earnings, which can obviously change things if the expectations are different than the realized. But in this case right here, I'd be looking for some downside back down to about $68. I do not like this chart for the information that we do have. But again, a very, very young chart in its lifespan, but for the information that we do have, it's not the most highly esteemed, we'll say here. Mr. Rubio says Harmony 1, please. Okay, I believe that is simple ONE USD on Binance. And what do we have here? Again, very, very similar chart to a lot of the other ones that we've seen today. I do think that daily TSI is given a slight upwards bias there if it can maintain above the zero read. Weekly, again, I'm going to favor this. We do have hidden bullish evidence off the last low. I would very likely be looking for a move back up towards about 20 cents region. You did not give a time frame on this one, so I'm just going to skip over the low term time frames. If anything on the low term time frames, I probably would be looking for some downside. Everything else is kind of this, everything's more or less the same. I'm looking for short term, somewhat downside, but ultimately, medium and higher term time frame continuation to upside. I do like it, long term actually. Charlie Pips said, hey, what's up, Charlie? XRP USD 4 hour daily. Okay, I got it already over here. 150. Again, same thing, same fucking thing, man. 4 hour probably does come back down to about $1.25, but long term, actually, sorry, I might even. I'm actually not so confident on that on the daily here. Could it come back down there? Yes. Is the weekly very obviously showing continuation to like $3 probably? Yeah, it is. Look, Short term, do we have a short term downside move? Maybe. I don't have a strong opinion there. If you put a gun to my head, I'd say yes. Long term, would I look for a continuation to 275, $3? Yeah, I would, and I'd feel a lot more confident even saying that too, to be honest with you. Monthly is very, very strong here as well. I'm not going to be bearish on any chart that looks like this ever, regardless whether it's Ripple or not. Okay, cool. All right, let's see what else we got. The Heart Beach, the Heat Beach. Oh my God, man. I can't read. I got dyslexia. Hi, Uncle Krown. Nope, sir. Stop with the fucking uncle shit, man. It's weird. It's fucking weird. I'd rather be called dad than uncle, man, because like there's a couple of people that I've met in the past that like refer to themselves as uncle, and they've always been weird as fuck. Like very, very off-putting. It's like fucking hell, man. Like what, you refer to yourself as uncle? Like, you okay? Like, you all right? It's like, Jesus Christ. Well, maybe that is me, man, because I'm a little bit fucked up too. When is XRP Moon? Thanks, Bay. Actually, we just looked at that one, or we're looking at it right now. When I think it has continuation over the next couple months here. It's looking pretty good. It's honestly looking pretty damn good, man. Looking at the short-term timeframes, again, I do think it's possible to have a short-term downside move to like 130 or 125, but long-term, I like it, man. I like it a lot, actually. All right, cool. Let's see. Hey, what's up? Fishing with Donnie. Sir, Ethereum Bitcoin testing an all-time high. No, it's not testing all-time high. But it's probably on its way too. I mean, it's pretty fucking good, man. Oh wow, we're already at 6 million satoshis. Hey, not bad. So that 6 million satoshi target that we had from the last few months, not so crazy now, is it? And I am generally looking for continuation from here as well. 8.5 to 9 million is the next major area that I'd be looking towards that is relevant to the macro. Weekly is bullish as fuck. Monthly is bullish as fuck. Monthly is probably not even going to stop here. I'd be looking for monthly to shoot up to about 8 million satoshis. Weekly is really good. Again, we identified the golden cross a few weeks, about a month ago now, back above all major moving averages after a 3-month-long sideways accumulation. I mean, this is, I'll dare to say it, I think that this has probably been the easiest trade in the whole crypto landscape. And one of the one of the most impressive as well. I mean, this one still has a lot more upside, I think, long term. I mean, I don't think that this one's stopping anytime soon. Looking at the monthly, looking at the weekly, I think that this is I mean, this could even be a monthly continuation here as well. I mean, we might even see new highs on the monthly, but at least on the weekly, I'd be looking for this one to head up towards like 8.5 to 9 million satoshis. I mean, it looks really fucking good, man. Like really fucking good. Powerful. What's up, Meccan? There he is, Mr. Meccan with his, is that a fork? What the fuck is that thing? Kendrick says the Dominicans are here. There they are. We're back. Fucking nice. The meringue music hasn't stopped playing. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds good. Maker continues to rain dollars. Yuka on ARBKF. Okay, I think that's the one that you want to look at. ARBKF. Yeah, remember we looked at MKR for you the other day, and it seems like you're having a pretty nice last week, man. Nice one. Happy for you, brother. Very fucking happy for you. This thing right here, ARKB, or this ticker right here, which I can't say. It actually looks a lot similar to a lot of the crypto charts as of recent. Look, if I go down to a 4-hour time frame, let's see. Yeah, I probably would be looking for some short-term downside, man. I do think that it likely comes back down somewhere around low $2, maybe like somewhere around like 205 to 2.25. Long-term, do I think that the run is done right now? We don't really have a whole hell of a lot of history here, man. I don't feel too confident on this one. I do want to be very, very open with this one. I do not feel confident on this one. I do think that short term it has some downside. Does it give another try after that to the upside, somewhere around like 3.25-ish region? I'm inclined to say so, just because that is like the general malaise in this market right now, but I'm not getting that specifically from this chart. Again, that's more or less market analysis, and this one's technically not, I mean, it's technically not a crypto, although it is blockchain, so it trades with crypto, it looks like. So I'd likely be looking for the same thing. And yeah, we probably could apply market analysis in the same way that you do for like GBTC, for example. This one a little bit less related, so maybe better akin to like Riot. But okay. Anyways, Yuka on came close to 150, 177. Yeah, it did. I mean, it got really fucking close down there. I think was that maybe a target from last week for this one? I feel like this one does look a little bit familiar. But let's see. Do I have any? Nope, I don't have anything over here. In fact, I was looking at this as an ascending triangle. That obviously did not work out. Nasty, bad triangles. But yeah, short term, I do think that this one does come back down a little bit here. All right, Frozen Fire says Aave USD medium and long term targets. Okay, know that this one's rather popular, especially with the shit coiners out there in the world. Okay, medium and long term targets. I'm gonna go to a daily and weekly for that. Let's see if we have the history here. Daily looks good. Consolidation around your prior all-time high. Yep, I'm gonna be bullish on this one. Absolutely. Weekly also looks very good. Could we have a little bit of downside sometime this week? Maybe down to like 420ish region. Not only is it a great number, but I think it is possible. Yes. Long term though, is it implied continuation here? Fucking yes, it is, man. Hidden bullish divergence off the last weekly low right here, plus weekly TSI in a potential upside posturing here. We do see a nice regression on the last few lows. So I'm inclined to say that yes, this one does very likely move outside of this range to the upside. The question is, does it have a medium-term downside move first? Perhaps yes, but I'd be looking at that as an opportunity first and foremost. All right. What else did I miss? I see Derek. Derek, where are you? God damn it, just blazed through your message right there, man. Apologies for that, brother. Okay. Whoa, man. Okay, here we go. Found it. Oh no, it's Andrew. Mr. Henderson. Mr. Henderson. Dear Sir, I'm looking at support for XTZ at 538.5. XTZ. And you're looking USD, obviously, it looks like. Unless this thing's like worth $250,000, probably not. Okay, let's see what we got here. From April 2nd. Okay, you're looking at support from April 2nd. So that's, I'm guessing, like right around here. No, you're looking like way over here. No, must be over here. Must be over here. Let's go down to a daily. We can actually find that area. Is it this area here? No. Is it this area over here? I don't know where you're getting the second. Oh, you're looking at this area right here. I'd actually be looking at your last low and somewhere around the 89. Actually a little more in line with that. Anyways, okay, what are you actually asking? Okay, I'm looking at support for XTZ at 538.5. Good opportunity, or did I expatriate too much? I do like this one long term. I do not think that this one is reversing here. I think that this one does have another continuation drive. Do I think that it could come down to about 538? Yeah, I think it could even come a little bit lower than that, actually. I do think come easily back down just below $5, somewhere around about 490-ish region. But overall, I do like it long term, in fact. And I'm not even so convinced that it even comes down there. I'd really only have a target like that if it takes out that 538.5 low. But here's the thing: if I'm looking at 538.5, that's nothing to me right here. In fact, if you were looking to play that area already got tested right here. So if it comes back down and kind of based on that area again, I typically don't like those plays. And to be fair, we have a lot of things pointing towards another drive to the upside right now. We got daily TSI looking almost as if it's going to confirm a signal on this next closure, and daily RSI, several drives of hidden bullish divergence. You know, I think that it's generally going to trade sideways here, give another try to the upside. But if it does turn down, I would not be looking at 538.5. I'd be looking a little bit lower, as I said, maybe slightly below $5. All right, man, my voice is starting to go now. Oh boy, we still got a little bit more time here, I think. All right, let's see. Style Curious says one more, my man. All right, SNX, USD, daily and weekly. All right, let's see what we got. Had some sleep tea last night. That actually worked really, really well. It's really good. All right, SNX, USD, and let's see. What do we have here? Let me get off my dirty trend lines there. Let's see, you're looking at daily, weekly. Daily, it looks very similar to other charts. Weekly, again, I'm not getting too much specifically from this chart, although this one does have a few more things in comparison to other ones that are a little bit more confidence-inducing. You know, any sort of move down to like 16.5 to 16.25 is an opportunity in my opinion. Long term, or sorry, more or less on the daily, would I be looking for the chart of the upside from here? No, I'd still be saying kind of the same thing as the other ones. I do think the first move is to the downside, probably like $15 or $16, whatever it was on the weekly, I think it was. Let's see. Yeah, $16. Little, you know, somewhere around low $16. But you know, after that, does it try another bounce? I do think so. Yes. Generally speaking, long term, if that's what you're concerned with, which sounds like you are, I'd be looking at upside. Yes. Could also get bullish on the short term timeframes? I mean, yeah, if it comes back above that $19 high, but I don't feel as confident with that one as usual. In fact, Double R says, Krown, hello, sir. Hey, thanks for that, man. I identify as a human being. Hey, that's what we should all identify as. Then we wouldn't get so fucking tipped off by, I don't know, anyone saying anything that doesn't agree with our identities. That's a strange thought, isn't it? Anyways, thoughts on velocity of M2 chart, line chart zoomed out to the max. Can we actually even bring that up anymore? I think they stopped charting that. Let's see, I used to have it over here. Double R, actually don't, I know that I can have the M1 here. I do have M1 actually, but I don't have M2. I think that they got rid of that one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I can pull that one up, or at least I don't have it anymore. But we can look at M1, which you actually can get yourself. You have to type it in like this, however, because it's actually technically not there as well. But if you do type it in like this, it will show. Anyways, so you're looking at momentum oscillators on the what time frame? Oh, you didn't give a time frame. Well, without a time frame, I don't really know what you're going to be going off of. Maybe you're looking at a monthly. Monthly is still okay. It's not like the picture of health and fitness, but it is okay from an oscillator perspective. Weekly I still like as well. More importantly though, I still do like this one. Could even confirm hidden bullish evidence on this week here. So but fair enough. But again, I don't really know where you're going with this one. I don't even know if I'm looking at the right thing either. So I'm inclined to say that it's maybe best that I wait for clarification on this. Okay. Admiral Blue says, hey Krown. Hey, what's up, Admiral? Can you look at ETC, Ethereum Classic? Okay. ETC USD on low term time frame 1 and 4. All right, sure. It's your money. Looking at the hourly continuation here, looking good. Hidden bullish evidence off that last low. That's, well, the easy part of that move is already played out. Let's see the 4 hour though. 4 hours continuation. 4 hours continuation here. I'd be looking for next targeted region based off the prior range at about $60 to $65. A little bit of short-term base at about 60, and then I'd probably be looking at like a $65 to $66 target. Cool. Nice one. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Hamilton? Mr. Bitcoin Beats. There he is. No request, just checking in. Enjoy your day. Guys, check out Bitcoin Beats on YouTube. He does daily videos as well, and just a generally cool guy. Mr. Bitcoin Delphine says, I came into crypto as I was seduced by Boolah Jesus, then molested by Bear Jesus. What the fuck? Bear Jesus does not molest. He loves. He gives you sweet lovin'. Then I came across Trader Jesus, aka Krown, and since then I've had peace and prosperity. May the trend bless you, Sir Krown. May the trend be with you as well, my friend. May the trend be with you as well. Making it nice and easy, man. Making it nice and easy. All right, let's see. Crypto Soup Learning says, hi Krown. Euro versus the Romanian RON. Is that Romanian something rather? Yeah, Romanian Leu on forex.com. All right, there we go. Let's see what else we got, man. What the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is... I'm inclined to say that this one has some more upside long term, but does it have a short term move down to like $5 or sorry, 490 first? Yeah, about 491 even first. Potentially, yes, but this is just a long term uptrend chart. I don't really have any real reason to believe that that's not going to stop anytime soon. Monthly is still a continuation here too. Yeah, I'm bullish on this one long term. Monthly is very bullish, in fact. Kendrick, wait, I skipped. I think I skipped. Where is it? Okay, got that one. All right, we're at Amir. Amir says, sorry if I'm annoying. All good, man. Australian stock, HMX. Okay, what is this? Hammers Metals Limited. All right. Oh, it's also someone Helsinki Exchange. Rather interesting. Looks to me like it did break the trend here on the monthly specifically. So long term, I would be looking for upside. Short term, medium term on the weekly, I would be looking for some sideways here. But you didn't give a time frame, so I would be looking for probably move down to like 8.5 cent. Very likely to bounce there and trade sideways for a while, and then long term, over the next I don't know, six to 10 months, I'd be looking for another try to the upside around the prior all-time highs. In this case, this does look good for now. Where would I change my opinion on this one? Where would I get bearish on this one? Back down below about 6.5 cents, I'd be rather bearish, but that's pretty damn far away from right now. Metal Pay, MTL USD daily. This one used to be a crypto card of some sorts, I believe. These were quite popular back in 2017 as well. Bullish on that federally charted crypto bank. Yeah, is it federally charted? That's actually news to me. Again, man, very, very similar to a lot of the other ones. I do think short term could very easily have some downside, like 330, 335 region. Long term, do I think give another try the upside? Yes. I mean, we finally have a reversal on the weekly here, taking out the last few highs from all the way back in March 2018. So I would generally be looking for this one to move to the upside over a long period of time. But short term, does it have some downside? Yeah, maybe. Again, don't feel too confident on that. But daily's looking fine here. I'd probably be looking for a move back up towards about 535 region. Kendrick DeCamp says it's ARB LSE mining company. Okay. For correlation, every so often and on OTC market here in the American quadrant, as I have to do conversion of pence USD. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, I see. So you're looking at you're comparing that to like the real company ARB. Gotcha. Okay. M1 chart looks like looks like Bitcoin chart. Yeah, I mean it should. It more or less should. I mean if it doesn't, then that's not good. But I mean technically speaking, it's not making new all-time highs, so it is a bit different, to be fair. Do you want to look at ARB, by the way? We can look at ARB really quickly here. I can just do I would imagine it's going to look more or less the same as the OTC, but more history, which is good. And yes, okay, this starts a lot easier. I'd be looking for upside on this one. I'd be looking for it to pop back up to 240-ish region and probably beyond. Still like this one. Okay, cool. Are we at I think we're at Mr. Henderson is back again. Nightfall was great. Thanks for the recommendation. MVis Daily Weekly. Man, Nightfall is so fucking good. I still haven't finished it, but I'm on season like 2 or 3 now, I think. And it is it's probably the best show I've seen in a while. Hey, it looks like we hit whatever the target was right here at about 272. Not bad. But let's see. Let's go down to a daily first. See what we got over here. Yeah, short-term probably is another downside move, maybe down to like 11.30, 11 and a half bucks. But long-term, does this one give another try to the upside? Well, let's actually see the long-term for a second. No, I don't like this one long-term. I think you actually just saw a major top right here. I would actually be looking at this. We have a pretty obvious trade here on the monthly. In fact, looking at the monthly as a doji dildo, you can look at it as a continuation point on both sides, meaning that if we take out the high side or the low side, I'd be looking for big moves in that direction. To the upside, I'd be looking for big moves towards like 45 bucks and beyond. To the downside, I'd be looking for a move all the way back down to like 4.5 and lower, perhaps. Look pretty fucking nasty, man. Anyways, I think I am. Oh my god, man! I think my voice is absolutely wrecked right now. I think I need to sign off. We're already about an hour and a half into this, man. So I think it's time for me to say my goodbyes. But I want to say a massive thank you for coming on out. It's been an absolute pleasure. Really fucking enjoying these. A lot of good conversations. Mr. Han, we already looked at Matic, by the way. And with that said, I want to wish you well once again. I will not be on later. I think just one video a day from now on is probably fine. Good enough to do, and kind of keeps it nice and fresh. So with that said, I'll salute you, take care, and see you hopefully